Cuts and transitions are used in film to go from scene to scene. However, what once was a simple cut from one scene to the next has been modified and stylized as the years go by. Now, directors and editors have been able to coin certain cuts and transitions, some of which can go unnoticed as they are just simply smooth and paced correctly. What once was used as means of changing scenes can now be used to further the impact of the scene, forcing an emotion to the audience, or simply just to show off the editor's skill with a creative way to maneuver around the film. 3 cuts or transitions that continue to further impact cinema are the jump cut, match cut, and invisible cut. The jump cut is the most basic, yet potentially most impactful cut in cinema. While most critics regard it as looking like a mistake or giving the scene an amateur feel, when done correctly, it can portray a strong message. Jump cuts are most often used to show the passage of time. The scenery will stay stagnant, while the people or objects in the scene will change sporadically, showing time has elapsed. Jump cuts can also portray urgency and build the tension or suspense of a scene by quickly pacing an event such as packing, running, or frantically searching for something. Jump cuts are also often used in montage scenes to speed up the pacing of whatever may be taking place in the scene. The match cut is another creative way an editor can transition between scenes. Match cuts are most commonly used to transition into or out of a flashback. Essentially, a match cut is a new scene that matches the scenery, location, or action of the previous scene. This is effective because it can weigh heavy on both the character and the audience, especially if the storyline jumps from present time to past experiences frequently. Match cuts can also be used to tie together thoughts or milestones in a character's life. The invisible cut is a cut that can have several different approaches. Essentially, it is any cut that is hidden within the scene. When done correctly, it effectively hides the cut and smoothly transitions into the next scene. An invisible cut is widely used when the camera either tilts or pans into total blackness or an all-white background and comes back out into a new scene. It can also be used with camera whips, where the cut is hidden within the movement of the camera. Another way the invisible cut can be used is when an object or person moves through the scene and a new scene follows. It is very effective within storytelling and can control the audience's attention, as they can be rather creative. Truly, there are no right or wrong ways to cut or transition between scenes in a film. It is dependent on several different circumstances. The cut or transition needs to accurately depict what the director feels the message of the scene must portray. As time has progressed, we've been able to find creative ways to do just that. By displaying creative techniques in modern film, we've allowed audience members to not only be enthralled with the storyline, but also the way the film is cut. It can take a lot of work, but in the end, the cut and transitions within a film are what separate the good films from the great films.